You're a piece of shit, Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of shit. This right here, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no manager?
Text messages and put my number out on her page that got 10 million followers. She did that. Putting everybody in our business.
Stop scrolling because this just got messy fast. Days after Claressa sat in an interview talking about having Papoose's kids next year, everything flipped. The same man she was planning a future with is now at the center of cheating rumors. And it's all unfolding in real time. People love to say, you lose them the same way you get them. And right now, that phrase is hitting differently because Claressa didn't just fall for Papoose. She got involved with him while he was still with Remy. And now it looks like history might be repeating itself. What makes this even crazier is that Remy actually warned her. She said Papoose was using her, claiming he was broke and needed a come-up. At the time, it sounded like bitterness. But now people are starting to question everything. And Claressa, she's online watching it all unfold with no clear way out. This whole situation began months earlier, when Remy created the drama by uploading screenshots of conversations between Papoose and Claressa, which she had secretly taken from Pap's phone while he was asleep at her place. Papoose, being careless, fell asleep while still on the phone with Claressa Shields in my house, and he still refuses to leave. She's supposed to be a world champion boxer, yet she got nervous and ended the call the moment she heard my voice. Now I'm saying everything. And baby girl, you're not the only one. Claressa Shields and her weak publicity team have been pushing fake stories about me every day just to make me look bad and him look like some perfect gift from God for too long.
Real one, I know the procedure when somebody goes to prison. I know the procedure. So it was never about infidelity. When I came home, I went straight through that phone immediately. I know what was up. When I had to fight baby mothers at mother-in-law's houses on Thanksgiving, I knew that girl wasn't lying about what she was saying was going on while I was saying. I knew she wasn't lying. I just was mad. I knew she wasn't lying, though. If we keeping it a bean, I knew she wasn't lying. You refuse to tell people, hey, me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whoever get you, they'll see.
How do y'all think y'all know what people, what do you tell somebody being broke to y'all? Because I see a lot of this in my upgrade, downgrade, so-and-so's broke, this one's broke. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all don't know what people have. Actually, my ex might be the least income making person that I've ever been with. Ever. Everybody included.
It's my house because I paid for it. All 1.3 million, whatever it was, I paid in cash. With my name on it only. I take care of the kid. I take care of it. So I stay here. You go, you move over here. You're a piece of shit, Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of shit. This right here, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy. He's the one that don't want to sign, don't want to get his stuff out of his ex house. Doesn't be there for his child that he begged for. but telling you he wants another one. Let me guess. He's telling you he want a son, right? He has a son. He has a son. He just doesn't like his son's preference, so he acts like he doesn't have a son.
I kept begging Papoose to speak out and clear the narrative, but he just kept telling me to stay quiet, saying silence was the best option. Well, I'm done staying quiet. And he even said he would never be with you because you're ugly. But don't worry, I've seen everything now. Since you act so tough, the whole world is about to see it, too. Boo. Up to that moment, nobody even knew Claressa and Pap were involved. So, when this came out like that, it immediately sparked a wave of reactions and opinions online. And, of course, Claressa wasn't about to ignore it. How is a woman with 2 boyfriends upset about a man who already has a girlfriend? Remy ma, if I'm not the only one, then why are you even tagging me, baby? The back and forth continued for about a week, and the internet was fully locked in, consuming every update. At first, Pap stayed quiet and didn't respond, but eventually he broke his silence and came down hard on Remy. He posted a picture of Remy getting close with her boyfriend, Easy Da Block Captain, on Christmas Day, adding a caption that said, "While I was at home with my daughter last Christmas, this is where Remy was. Now that I finally moved on, she's upset and spreading false stories. Narcissist. I told her we could handle the divorce like grown adults, but she refused because I wouldn't lie and say I didn't knock this guy out. I still have the messages where she was begging me to lie about the knockout, but it doesn't matter. He didn't even swing back once, completely soft. The last time I saw him, he was curled up in a fetal position. Everyone witnessed it when I knocked him out. And it wasn't because he slept with my wife. It was because he shook my hand and then still went behind my back and slept with her."
The world, the $1.5 million man, hottest rapper on the planet. Y'all seen it. Her situation took place, like I said, I left my tour, came back, bailed her out. When I bailed her out, nothing but expense after expense after expense. I had to pay to pack her crib up, pay to put everything in storage, pay the storage bill every month, get a condo closer to the jail so I could visit her every day. Visiting her every day, driving back and forth to the visit to see her every day. Everybody in my ear, Pap, you gotta get to work. You can't visit her every day. My deal folded. I exhausted all my funds. I had to get back to work. That's why I only visited her every day for a year straight. But after that, I had the space to visit out to like 3 times a week. Never missed a Christmas, never missed a Mother's Day, never missed a single holiday. I was there. Took care of the kids, took care of my stepson, took care of you, fed you, did everything for a year straight without working. It came a time where if her son needed certain things, if she had something in her account or whatever, she had to take care of it. If she could, she did. But for the most part, I did. Every single thing. That wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I've caught her cheating numerous times since she's been home. I tolerated your foolishness and your cheating and your adultery for years and years and years. For the sake of my child. Everything would be fine and you would still violate. Because you know why? You can't keep your legs closed, Rem.
And if you think this was already messy, it gets even worse from here because this was only the beginning. Remy later went live again and started explaining what led to her cheating on Pap, and that's when the conflict between them really escalated. She directly warned Claressa that Pap is actually broke, saying the only reason he's with her now is because he needed a place to stay. Remy, music, also called out Pap for portraying their relationship to the public as perfect black love and acting like he supported her through her jail time, claiming that wasn't the full truth. According to her, he was cheating throughout that period and even got other women pregnant while they were together. Remy was clearly heated and didn't hold anything back. And if you're wondering why she went on that long rant, it's because Pap had officially filed for divorce and she wasn't about to let him move on quietly without airing everything. But Pap didn't let her have the final word either. Within minutes of her ending the live, he came right back with a response, and he was clearly furious. He said he put his own career on pause just to stand by Remy during her time in jail only for her to come home and start cheating on him repeatedly. According to him, she was involved with different men everywhere she went. He also revealed that things got so bad at one point that they even tried therapy because despite everything, he still wanted to save the relationship. Oh, and that whole claim Remy made about Pap being broke, that's where things flipped because according to him, she was actually the one struggling financially and constantly asking him for money. On top of that, While she was publicly criticizing Nicki Minaj over alleged ghostwriters, it was also being claimed that she herself had help writing her own verses, with Papoose reportedly stepping in behind the scenes. Even though Remy looked messy and bitter, she may have been right when she said Pap was using Claressa. Rumors now say he's cheating on Claressa with a younger girl. Nothing is confirmed, but people are already talking. Claressa is getting clowned online, especially since Remy warned her before. She also recently said in an interview she wants kids with Pap next year. And now these cheating rumors came out just a day later, making things worse.
Like an expiration date on your career, or is it 8 years and that's it? Or when will you try and go into, having a family, or would you have a kid and then go back to boxing?
That's what I want to do. I feel like I've put too much time on hold on having a kid and being married and stuff for boxing already. I'm gonna have a baby next year. We already have it planned out. I'm gonna have a baby next year, and then after I go through my stuff, then I'll come back and fight some more, and then probably have another one, and then do the same thing again. Like, I don't want to wait till I'm 40, 43, whatever, after my career to have my kids.
Right.
I want to be able to run at the park with my kids and stuff like that. I don't want to be too old. So I think that keeping my body in shape, I don't drink, I don't smoke.
This situation between Pat, Remy, and Claressa just keeps escalating, and it doesn't seem close to ending anytime soon. Meanwhile, people online have been sharing strong opinions about it. One person said, Remy is clearly the loser here. With every outburst, she just shows how petty she is. Both sides are wrong for airing their dirty laundry, but she's damaging her own image. Another comment said, Remy isn't going to let him embarrass her. She's been holding a lot in. He's just hurt because she doesn't want him anymore, and he's trying to mess up her money. Pap needs to sit down. He's acting messy and dishonest. But now I want to hear what you think. What's your take on Pap allegedly cheating on Claressa right after she talked about starting a family with him? And do you think Claressa will still stay with him after all this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to watch the next video.